Yeah.
TommyInnit posted a video yesterday that was titled Dream, where he said a lot of stuff about me that isn't true, but he did correctly criticize me for something that I want to apologize for before I respond to the rest of his video. I posted a meme on Twitter that used the R word, and I shouldn't have done that. I'm sorry, genuinely. I think it's important to acknowledge right off the bat that that's not right. That's not how you should behave. I shouldn't have done it, period. Now I want to talk about Tommy's video and why I was...
Yeah, okay, so, yeah. Dude, that was so good. That was so good. That was, like, literally so good. Like, there's nothing really to say there. You know what I mean? I don't know why he didn't do it in the stream he did 2 days before, but that was so good. That's all he had to say all along.
Angry enough to post something so stupid. Tommy, you and some of your friends have been spreading disproven lies about me for over a year and a half. When I had false allegations made about me, it was one of the hardest times of my life, and you and your friends decided that after I went through the hell of debunking them, that you would continue to spread, joke about, and support these lies. Don't believe me that you've been doing this? Let's just hear your own best friend confirm that this has been happening.
I get why he might be mad about the lies. That's a cut there. See? What has just happened there? You can't see because my camera's overlaid, but that conversation was just cut, and cut round my criticism. Cut round my just then. Being like, he's a pedophile all the time, which again, I don't like. I think we shouldn't. There was another cut there. Cut around more content. Oh wait, you can't see because my webcam's in the way. One sec, I'm going over here. One sec, we're over here. Right. You can see the cuts in the webcam. Like, this is what I'm saying about...
Your own best friend confirmed that this has been happening.
I think also it's crazy that in this video, I'm kind of branded as Tom's best friend. I know the video is completely about Tom, but this is also like a misrepresentation of what I'm saying to your wider audience, because... watch this again. Why he might be mad about the lies. That's a cut there. Cutting around. Because if you go back in my VOD, you can see I get why he might be understand about the lies. And then I go into my criticism of... I believe it was my criticism of the use of the R slur. And also, I mentioned some other stuff about... Dream and my explanation for messaging Tom's mom and stuff, but I know he gets to that later in the video. That group being like, he's a pedophile all the time, which again, I don't like. I think we shouldn't joke about people being pedophiles unless we see, that is a spliced conversation. It sounds like one fluid conversation, but that did not happen at the same part of the VOD. Like, it's been cut to sound like one fluid conversation, but you can see the actually what I said, and it's just kind of like, it's like, okay, and also, like, you know what I mean? Okay. It's changing what the conversation was about, and if you're going to reference media that has criticism of you in it, but you're only going to take the good bits from it, you should also respond to the criticism of you in the media you're referencing for the full context of the good things I said. Actually know for sure, because dude, the Brighton lot, I want to stop, like, yeah, there's another cut there, more splicing. Stop throwing out random strays and calling. But what is the criticism? The criticism I'm talking about is, during this stream, I criticized the way that he talks down certain points, of things that are less extreme before moving on to more extreme topics, which kind of undermines the serious nature of the other bit. Nitpicking is crazy. Dude, it's a lot of things I've said out of context. And like, it's just so, I just don't know. It's just so strange. It's just so strange to only use the things I said negatively about my own friend group and not any of my criticism of him. People pedophiles just for cheap laughs.
As you guys know, I made a video debunking those allegations, and after my video, the accusers even came forward and admitted that they were not true. I thought that that would be the end of it, but for some reason, you and your friend group thought that—
Listen to the music change. Listen to the music change.
that you would kick me while I was down.
I genuinely think the friend group needs to stop calling Dream a fucking pedophile for cheap laughs. It's stupid to repeatedly call Dream a pedophile when it's— yeah, okay, that's great. But now he's responding. Okay, right, now he's taken clips from the VOD I did where I reacted to his 3-hour live stream, which all the clips up until this point that were of the first stream I did. Now, like, from showing this, he's confirmed that he's seen my live stream I did talking about the video he did, but doesn't feel the need to address any of the criticism I have of him in this video. It's like, it is insane. It's not the conversation we were having. You did say all that, right? Your criticism on him was not relevant to the point he's making. His friend confirms they're talking shit about me. But this is the difference, okay? Because he started off by talking about me rather than Tom in this video, it's kind of painted the impression like even Tom's friends aren't taking him seriously. This is an absurd situation and absurd things that Tom is doing and saying, because even his own friends don't take him seriously. You know what I mean? And it's evident in the choice of music that happens between, and the tone shift that facilitates, and also while everything I'm saying is relevant to the point he originally made of his friends, they say shit about me and they call me a pedophile, yes, but he's not, in these clips, it's not explaining why, it's not explaining any of the wider conversation or why I'm saying that. Sorry, my thoughts. Because I get quite frustrated when my words are misinterpreted because I already have a trouble articulating. But the thing is, it just doesn't feel like an accurate representation of the conversation that we had. And also out of the entire reaction I did to his 3-hour video, the only thing he picked out of that entire reaction that I did to his 3-hour live stream was the bits where I agreed with him. That is disingenuous. And yes, this video is about Tom and his conflict with Tom, but my criticisms are about his behavior with Tom. So just out of that entire reaction, to only take the bits where I'm agreeing with you to make Tom look more unreasonable when you eventually move on to talking about what he's done and said is dishonest, I feel. It's not the case.
In your stream you slagged off a lot of my pals. Come on, mate. I mean, my friends are all idiots, but they have bloody good hearts.
Like, yeah, I know you're upset because they call you pedos, but they've got big hearts.
And you and your—
That's misrepresentation of what happened again, I will say. The music change as well. Like, the music from going to when Dream's talking really serious to like so unserious when this is happening, it's like, it's weird. It's weird. The media context is weird. And also, you know, I want you also to think back about the song I used to start this stream with. Skyfall by Adele is like, this is the end, hold your breath. Like, think about how insane that is for me to use that song when talking about a reaction video to a reaction video, you know? But like, that kind of music and that kind of like underlying level emotion that it makes you feel can really change can change context. And the choice to use more unserious music when Tom is when Tom is talking is very interesting to when Dream is talking and he's using these very, 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 very serious songs. And I think the overall editing and that choice, because he does say in this video, which we'll get to, that he edited this himself, I think it's weird. And you'll notice how if you watch my reaction to Tom's video, it's just him talking. There's nothing else, no editing. It's a one take that has just been uploaded. I understand the music change and your point of view. But what Dream said there about Tom's comment on his friends is fair. That's exactly what you're saying. Yeah, but also, okay, it's removing the context of Tom's friends aren't the only people he brought up in that stream as well. And not everyone that Dream brought up in that stream who are friends of Tom is someone that called him a pedophile. It creates this us versus them mentality, when in reality, in the Brighton group, the people who make jabs at Dream for like predatory things is basically Tom, Jack, and Harry. Okay? Whereas in that stream, he also mentioned people like Amesy, who have been crazily caught in the crossfire for this for actually no reason.
Your friends' references and the way you talk about women behind the scenes has been so sexist too. Shame on you guys.
I don't even know what this is about. You don't provide any context or evidence to what you're saying. TommyInnit, your racist behavior behind the scenes is unacceptable. You are a racist behind the scenes, and it's unacceptable. Shame on you. You're mad.
Okay, maybe it's bold of me to assume, given that he just used a clip of my VOD reacting to this stream here, and he's used it again, maybe it's bold of me to assume that in that same VOD, he also saw the bit where we're talking about how in his VOD he was talking about how there was rumors going around of him derogatory calling someone a whore. I feel like that, you know, I feel like he already knows why Tom might think that, but is not mentioning that that's something that happened on his YouTube channel when he's already messaged it, when he's already mentioned it live on his Twitch. That's not a rumor anymore. I have heard Ludwig said some stuff. I'll get to that. I will get to that.
Mad that I criticized your friends in a 3-hour-long live stream with screenshots and receipts of their not-so-good behavior, so you just make stuff up about my friends? I mean, you didn't have a problem interviewing Sapnap in one of your videos recently. Sapnap!
I don't 100% get the relevance of this, to be totally honest. I'm just like, also, again, notice the goofy, unserious music.
Well, Sapnap, you see, today I'm no longer TommyInnit, famed Minecraft YouTuber. I'm actually Professor Respect. Okay, well, it's good to see you.
Yeah. Oh, and you tried to interview George, but he walked away because he didn't want to be in your video. So there's two options. Either 1, they're not bad people, or 2, you don't care enough to not profit off of them. Like you'll be...
I feel like the profit argument is so insane. Like, I don't know what he means by profit off of them, because it's not like everyone has enough money, which is why I don't understand.
Be best friends with Logan Paul in private, but then the second it becomes beneficial for people to think that you don't like him, then all of a sudden you have a problem with all those shitty things that he's done.
He has booked another flight to Japan. 4 years.
I feel like it's very weird that he positions himself on the same side as, like, Logan Paul. Like, I feel like that's very, very weird.
Years ago, you were awful to me. When I was 16, you gave me YouTube advice, and you held that over my head for years.
I gave you YouTube advice because I thought that you were extremely talented, hardworking, and you had a big dream to be a YouTuber. And that's why with no expectations, we called for hours a day, talking about YouTube, strategies, and ideas. And I never held this over your head. Most people hearing that I helped you at all are probably...
Again, the serious music change. It's like, it's...
hearing this for the first time.
Dream's awesome. He's like, probably for the past, like, 8 months, once a week, me and Dream will have like a 2-hour call, and he just helps me.
Like, Tommy, there's
I don't know how he doesn't seem to understand that people's opinion of him can change over time. Like, he's referencing a lot of old media.
no way that you actually believe this. Saying I was so terrible to you with no examples.
There's no way you actually believe this. How stupid do you have to be to actually believe what you're saying? Like, oh, dude, it's almost like the language, man. It rubs me the wrong way. It's ill language.
Or anything. Like, if you don't think that my intention was to help you, then what was my intention? Why did I do all of that?
The Dream SMP, a lot of your success just wouldn't have happened without me.
That egotistical sentiment is exactly what you're accusing me of. I think that the Dream
I actually don't know what I think.
SMP would have not been what it was without any of the creators that were on it. Everyone, including you, made it what it was. And I said that on stream the other day.
I'm not just selling USB baby photos or lazily designed merchandise, alright? I'm doing the best with what I have.
Tommy, you say that like it's a slight on me, when my entire merch brand was built by my family, in my hometown. Like, the reason there was ever a USB flash drive sold that had pictures of me on it was because it was my mom's idea. And Tommy knows that.
Double package 2. A dream hoodie, but with me on.
All the designers are local people working with my local family business. And this also let me make sure that all of my fans had a good merch experience.
That is really cool.
I didn't make the most money that way, but I'm happy that I did it. Tommy went with a merch company that actually had some really cool designs.
Okay, right. I have to talk about what Dream's gonna show now. Again with the old clips and unserious music though. What Dream is about to show is of an old merch company which I actually can't legally talk about. So we're gonna watch it, and I cannot legally talk about any of it.
With some very hardworking child laborers to make it possible.
Now this is crazy. I will say, Dream accusing Tom of child labor is insane. Given that he goes on about needing receipts for everything, then to say this and say someone is profiting off of child labor is absolutely insane. By the way, like the Adobe Shutterstock's images of child labor with no receipts or evidence that that's the case is defamation.
Unfortunately, that company also scammed a bunch of his viewers.
I can talk about this, actually. Actually, I can talk about this. You see this invoice here that Dream's showing,
And multiple of
you'll
his
see
creator
another
friends
one.
got scammed and
And this invoice here. Both of these invoices were paid by me. This car rental is the invoice I paid for the car I rented in LA. You can see in my Instagram post. You can see in my Instagram post. This invoice I paid. Ferrari car rental. You will notice that the car in my Instagram post isn't a Ferrari. It's a McLaren 720S because the Ferrari was wrecked when it was being delivered and they replaced the car with a McLaren 720S. This is an invoice that I paid. This is not an accurate example of a merch company scamming creators. Also, you'll see
that company also scammed a bunch of his viewers.
This invoice here for a rental property in Blue Jay Way, Los Angeles, California, for 7 nights, coming to $25,000. I also paid for that. And you can see this property on Rightmove. And if you go back to 2021 and look at my VODs on my VODs channel, you can see me streaming from this property. I paid for that. Both of these invoices. And of course, Dream doesn't know that. Because what Dream is referencing right now is a situation he doesn't know. Okay? And if you need receipts, I can get receipts because I have paid these invoices. And anyone that was staying in this house knows I paid for it. And the car you can very clearly see in my social close. Amesy was staying there. Amesy knows I paid for this house. Sneak was there. Sneak knows I paid for this house. So this is insane to be using my invoices that were leaked to prove that Tom did child labor. So let me get this straight. You're using my invoices. You're using my invoices to prove that Tom worked with a scummy merch company that did child labor. Okay, that's the point he's trying to make. He's saying the company fucked over a load of creators, allegedly, and to prove that, he showed my invoices. Dream is referencing with this a situation that he has next to zero knowledge of, because if he did, why would he not show the full picture?
And multiple of his creator friends got scammed and literally never got paid, and the company went bankrupt.
The biggest...
Yeah, again, evidence of this company going bankrupt and then posting invoices that I paid. Insane behavior.
creators in the world are at the center of a scam, and
I don't know why he edited that on top.
I don't know if I should talk about it.
Some have been defrauded, others are associated, and most are plain embarrassed.
This is
Right.
actually true and was investigated by Coffeezilla. Unfortunately,
Right, we're going to talk about that. In that Coffeezilla video, the exact video he is referencing, he mentioned, Coffeezilla says he was unable to get a interview with any of the creators because of legal reasons. And that is the exact reason I can't say anything. Okay? So to bring up a situation that you have no knowledge of and weren't involved in, using screenshots of invoices that I paid to try to say that Tom did child labor, then to edit Tom's face into Coffeezilla's video as he is the kingpin in charge, is insane. Is actually defamation. I think that's crazy. And that's another reason why I'm like, his community did a lot of talking over the time I've been offline about why are you inserting yourself into this situation and why are you involved? I'm involved because he's just posted screenshots of invoices I paid in his response video to Tom without knowing that I paid them, because he knows nothing about that entire situation. Like, what? Like, actually what? And you can see in this chat right now, there's multiple creators that have attested that I paid those invoices.
after the false allegations that Tommy perpetuated, my family merch company did struggle. So if you'd like to support it, dream.shop.
But the difference between me and you, I put effort, my absolute best, into all these new things. I'm gonna talk about my brilliant podcast because I'm really proud of it. Or the book I spent months writing.
Tommy essentially belittles what I do, saying that what he does with his podcast and book are somehow more valuable or important
music
than the videos that I make, which I think is just a little sad. I'm happy making videos with my friends. That's what I've always done. And I'm a coder, and I code cool new Minecraft mods and make everything for my channels by myself. Like, I edit my own videos. I'm sure Tommy can knock out.
See, he said, right. Him saying he edited his own videos is why I'm like, this music choice is insane. This is what I'm talking about. And this is also why I started my live stream with such an insane Starting Soon song. Because He has chosen these tracks when edited this video himself, his words, not mine, to paint a certain picture or inflict a background emotion. Insane.
Out videos pretty quick because at one point he had a literal editor sweatshop where
Oh my fucking god. Okay. Right. Again.
his editors made less than minimum wage,
The music
and we're also getting fans to edit the videos for free for them. But to each their own. Everyone has a
I can't believe he can be this clueless. Right. So, Tom running an editor sweatshop. We're gonna go over to Larry's Twitter. This is Talent Lacking. At Talent Lacking on Twitter. This is Larry. He is Tom's longest editor. I don't think he edits for Tom anymore, but he's a legend. You can see, this is what Larry says though. Also, I should mention, Connie never edited a full video for Tom. The way he implied that, I don't know. They weren't talking about him in that. I'm losing my mind. Like, that's crazy. That is crazy. Also, I found another tweet from another one of Tom's editors. This is from Lettuce Sandwich, showing that Tom has paid in much more than £50 a video. He says, just wanted to come out here and bat for Tom as someone who has edited for him for a couple years. He was absolutely awesome to work with. For editors, for what, awesome to work for. Calling his editors sweatshop workers is preposterous. And this is then attached a screenshot of Tom paying £940 for a full video. Also, it's important to note, the person that Dream is referencing in this video, Connie, also made a tweet about it. I don't have it, so let me just pull it up. It's Love Connie's, I believe. I don't know if I follow her. Love Connie's, I do. Here, let's have a look. Also, yes, Jack paid me £50. Wait, what is this? Where is the original tweet? What was the answer, Pepe? When I was starting out, I had no idea what rates. I suggested it first. I'm the one that suggested it. Jack was so lovely and easy to work with in the film. Obviously, I'm almost 21. It wasn't high enough. So, like, dude. 4 years ago. It's crazy. So, first of all, he insinuates that Tom makes his merch with child labor, referencing a situation he knows nothing about, trying to back it up with evidence by posting invoices that I paid. Next, he's accusing Tom of running an editor sweatshop when Tom's editors have come out independently and be like, this is preposterous. This is baseless accusations.
he had a
The exact same thing that he gets so angry about other people doing to him as well. The exact same thing he gets so angry about people doing to him.
literal editor sweatshop where his editors made less than minimum wage, and we're also getting fans to edit the videos for free for them. But to each their own. Everyone has a different style of YouTube. I don't get the high and mighty. Like, it's not just in this video. Like,
The music is ridiculous.
recently Tommy's been emboldened that he is the savior of YouTube or something.
So I was walking down the street and I thought to myself, oh man, this internet ain't so well.
But then Tommy says something.
What does that even mean? Like, actually, what does that mean?
I don't even know what. Just listen to this.
You harassed my mum as she was going through a divorce. The worst time of her
already
life.
spoken so
You are
much
like a
about
proper
this.
movie villain.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna reveal to you this harassment. The proper movie villain harassing of Tommy's mom that I did. Before I show you, just picture in your mind the harassment. Here it comes. This one message is the only contact that I have ever had with Tommy's mom.
You harassed my mum. Proper movie villain.
This message starts with, just thought I'd let you know that I don't agree with lots of people replying to you, and I don't want you to be attacked at all.
You harassed
The
my mum.
And
editing is so self-incriminating, dude. The editing is so self-incriminating. Because if the argument stood up for themselves, it wouldn't need any of this extra flamboyance. Like, it's so self-incriminating. He could just sit in front of his camera and just one take his argument and say his piece, But the fact that it's made in this way is so self-incriminating.
The context to this is that Tommy's mom was arguing with Dream fans on Twitter about Tommy making fun of my stutter in a video. Some of my fans were upset, and she was replying to them. I sent her this singular message on Twitter, letting her know that I didn't agree with my...
Yeah, you also said I sent her this singular message when in your stream 2 days ago, you actually referenced that you messaged her a second time as well, while you and Toms weren't friends. Your words, not mine. If you go back and watch his VOD, he actually didn't message Tom's mum one singular time because he said it himself 2 days ago in his live stream when he said he messaged her again.
My fans that Tommy's portrayal of my stutter was ableist, but also letting her know that I didn't like the rest of the video because it was causing additional harassment for me that I was already getting because this was at the peak of the allegations. And Tommy, of course, didn't show...
So there you say it was at the peak of the allegations, referring to your now proven false grooming allegations. In the stream 2 days ago, you referred to it as being from the peak of the QSMP drama at the start there. So also, that's just another inconsistency.
Any evidence for any of this stuff because it makes it look ridiculous if he did.
He doesn't post any evidence for this because it makes him look ridiculous if he did. The same way you have just said, Tom makes his merch in a sweatshop. He's also the leader of a merch company and like portrayed him like that, and he's altered Coffeezilla's video. Okay, he's also tried to back that up with invoices that were paid by me, beknownst to him, and there is no evidence. He also said his editors work in a sweatshop and are underpaid and paid less than minimum wage. No evidence. So in his own words...
allegations. And Tommy, of course, didn't show any evidence for any of this stuff because it makes it look ridiculous if he did.
It looks ridiculous.
Like, he literally says that I'm a cartoon villain for this DM.
You are like a proper
I mean, the music choice is kind of backing him up here. I must admit, Dream.
movie villain.
Like, this is the Dream SMP Chapter 2, and I've escaped the prison. Like, the way he words that, you would think I spammed his mom's phone for weeks with slurs and threats. And Tommy keeps bringing up the fact that he was 16 and 17.
I don't understand it, though. I just don't understand why he would put that here. He's proving Tom's point by just keeping talking.
I mean, I was 20 and 21. I didn't treat you like a kid. I treated you like you were my friend and a colleague. We had occasional disagreements, but that's because I did treat you like an equal. But you'd think, based on what you're saying, that you were 12 and that I was some evil overlord, not a content creator helping you out with advice.
Downplaying again is crazy.
Everything else about my channel, you can thank Dream for. Oh, Dream's such a good guy, man. I feel bad because in 2020 I gave him so much shit always. It was like my, you know, in the friend group, the guy that you...
Again, he's unable to see that people's perspective of him can change over time using aged clips.
Make fun of a bit too much. That was Dream. That was just always taking the piss.
The crazy thing is that without any of this, if you take away everything else that this video has, and it's just what he's saying, the voiceover and the script of this video, none of his arguments hold up. It only is framed reasonably because of all this added stuff, which is why this is so ridiculous.
I mean, the truth is, you don't care enough that I use that word to make this video, especially because you know my
What is the relevance of this tweet?
own personal struggles. You realize that it's something that you can use against me to promote your channel and all of the things that you've literally promoted for almost a minute at the end of your video. And
Like the same way you also promoted your merch in this video.
I mean, you talk about how terrible of a person I am while leaving up videos with my sister and...
Because it's part of the journey from where he was to where he is today.
Mom, and
it's all just part of the journey.
Of course, dozens with me, while lying and exaggerating about me, harassing your mom, and bringing...
Because you used to be friends and you're not now because of the bad things you've done.
Up her divorce that I didn't even know about and have nothing to do with. So Tommy, I'm not going to suggest that you go to therapy like you did to me.
You need to get off the internet now. Go and get some therapy.
Because you feel strongly enough to make an entire dedicated video on your channel hating on me, you can go ahead and take down every video of yours that I'm in, and I'll take down every video of mine that you're in. Because if you have a backbone, you wouldn't want to show support to such a no good person. And
again, going after the backbone is crazy. That's just so crazy. It's just a crazy thing to say. And the way that he says it and frames it in this video is like, this is such a reasonable request. I'm being so reasonable. It's just such a... It's just like, bro.
Tommy, you mentioned being proud of yourself. I'm proud of you too. I'm proud of everything that you've accomplished. But
oh my god.
You don't
It's so uncomfortable.
Need to put other people down to lift yourself up. You are talented enough on your own. Happy New Year.
Dude, I don't even know what to say. Okay, let me get this straight. You're gonna just like start off with blatant defamation saying you make all your merchandise using child labor overseas, and then you run an editor software sweatshop where you pay less than minimum wage, and at the end you're gonna be like, you don't need to put others down to lift you up. You're good enough as you are. Like, oh my god. Oh my god. I don't even know what to say. I actually don't even know what to say. It's such an insane video. It's such an insane video. I have so many thoughts that it's just so... I pre-watched it and I still can't get... You don't have to put other people down, he says at the end of this video. Like at the start of this video, he isn't apologizing for calling 15 million people the arseler. But at the end of this video, you don't need to put other people down to lift yourself up. Okay. And also, something important to note, as well, is some of the DMs that Tom's mum's been receiving from fans of Dream since this video was... I will say, this was kind of unavoidable, but I thought I'd just show some of these off. Fuck you, Sarah, you slag cunt. You and your sick nut family should fuck off back to the sweatshop, you bog-eyed freak. So, in this message, they're referring to the defamation in Dream's new video, and I'm going to call it what it is because it is defamation and it is baseless, and he said it with no evidence, and he's referencing a situation that he's not involved with and doesn't understand. So it's pretty obvious to see that this is a direct result of Dream's video and the defamation in that video. Back to the sweatshop, you bog-eyed freak. Those glasses don't hide the plastic inject into your fuck-off lips. What? What? And then he has the audacity in that video to go, I messaged Tom's mum once, going back on what he said 2 days ago when he referenced that message he showed off in this video, and then that he messaged a second time, but he only mentions one here because it makes him look more reasonable. What? Like, I don't understand. Okay, Velvet has just sent me Dream's Reddit post, which we're now going to look at. Tommy's editors are speaking out. I definitely not speaking for other Tommy's editors, but I want to clarify, as someone that edited for him for a while, he paid me very well and treated me only with kindness and respect. I don't know, but I don't give a fuck about the rest of the drama, though. Go watch The Yard if you're open to that. Okay. As someone that has done some time on work for TommyInnit and paid the majority of each... This is just false. Okay. And then... Yeah. Okay. I don't think Dream said anything here. Like, it's just more of like, it's just so false. It's just like, he loses his leg. Like, I criticized my friend group for calling him a pedophile and a predator because it's wrong. And his stance on that is that and Dream's stance on that is that it's blatant defamation. Blatant defamation. And that they need to stop under any circumstances. He then makes blatant defamatory statements against Tom, claiming his merch was made in a sweatshop and that he ran an editor's sweatshop. That is insane. Okay. This is Dream's response to this. That is insane.